Good afternoon, Bethlehem Lutheran Church. My name is Lisa Kohn, and this is my 52-week story. My Bethlehem story started in the spring of 1992. I was married, and I just found out I was pregnant. Growing up, I grew up in Burnsville, where my family belonged to a Lutheran church, and my husband at the time grew up in St. James, where he was a member of a Lutheran church as well. It was important to both of us that our child be brought up in a church family where they could be baptized, go through Sunday school and confirmation, just as we both had been privileged to have while we were growing up. We hadn't yet established a church in Mankato, so we started to search, and we walked into Bethlehem, and we knew that this is where we belonged, and we became members. My daughter Bridget was born on October 2nd of 1992, and on a Saturday, October 24th, she was baptized in the chapel by Pastor Don Roberts. She went through Sunday school and confirmation and was confirmed in September of 2008. Thank you to Lance Quick, who was our director of youth and family ministry at that time. It was also during this time of Bridget's late elementary and into her confirmation years where I found myself in a second marriage. This was an alcoholic marriage and a very unhealthy relationship. During this time, I strayed away from Bethlehem, and I strayed away from a God in my life. After about 7 years, I found myself on the doorsteps of Al-Anon, where I again knew that God was important in my life. My marriage dissolved, and I started to rebuild a relationship with myself and a relationship with God. And I slowly started to make my way back into Bethlehem. And I found the congregation very welcoming, very comfortable place to be. And I spent many Sundays sitting by myself and really taking in the wonderful messages that our pastors had to offer. In the spring of 2015, I met John, and we both knew when we met that God was number one in our life. And number two was ourselves, and number three would be each other. We just knew that it was important that God be one and ourselves number two, that we had to take care of ourselves before we could have a strong foundation of a relationship together as number three. John started attending services with me in the fall of 2015. In the spring of 2016, we went through the Dave Ramsey Peace University course moderated by Pastor Jay. And if you have an opportunity to go through that course, do it. It was a remarkable experience for me, not only financially, but spiritually as well. John and I are involved in the church as much as we can and time permits. He is part of the praise band and operates the soundboard. I help with communion setup and greeting, and we've been called to volunteer at the Salvation Army, helping some of our community members in need, and with helping around the church grounds with some gardening and other opportunities. And we want to thank you for these opportunities, and please feel free to reach out to us. We would love to help out whenever we can, and it would permit us to. I want to thank you to our wonderful pastors, Pastor Colette and Pastor Jay, the staff at Bethlehem, and the congregation. What does Bethlehem mean to me? Bethlehem means unity and family. What does Bethlehem give me? Bethlehem gives me a lot of hope and a lot of peace. Thank you.